Hello, hello. Welcome to the Peter Parker Show. The vibes are very off, and they've been off for a long time. Especially in California, the vibes have been really bad for e-vehicles, e-bikes specifically. Anything that looks basically like a motorcycle has been hammered down with tons and tons of laws that pretty much are making a lot of e-bike companies rethink a lot of policies and a lot of innovations they have, and especially limiting those e-bike companies that are specifically designed to go over 30 miles per hour. So yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about that today. It's not like I have any insider information about it, or I have some tips from the inside or anything like that. I am, like everybody else, going through the motions of e-bikes just completely shutting down. And by completely shutting down, I mean like e-bike companies just going bankrupt in like just moments, poof, like that. Just like they came with COVID, they're gone. And I was a victim of one of those. I used to work for a company called Van Moof. A few people who were close to me knew about this, and I was really happy working there. And one day they went bankrupt. They were just not making enough money. And shortly after followed a lot of other e-bike companies that just did not do well. Lots of them just disappeared completely out of thin air. So a lot of it is really, you know, besides politics and tariffs and, you know, stuff going on with China and our own government, it's also people just don't have money to spend. People just do not have any more money to spend. I mean, we're talking about the common people here. The people do not have any more disposable income. And you know, I was one of those people that jumped on whenever COVID hit and things were bad, and I was barely getting by with, you know, with my pay, working at a minimum wage job. I started YouTube because I got that little stimulus check, and that was just enough to go and buy this bike and have fun and enjoy it and record videos of it with my little, you know, cheapo GoPro camera that was like really bad definition, but it was just enough to go out there and, you know, make videos about it and have fun. And yeah, I just did not expect the channel to blow up like it did. You know, these bikes were booming, they were fun, they were cool looking, and they still are cool looking. And it was just like the flavor of the moment. People really just love e-bikes, and we all love that we could just not have to have a driver's license for this. But like all great things, you know, they'll come to an end eventually. And I'm not going to blame any people. I'm not going to blame any YouTubers. But let's just say that Surons were the thing that came and pretty much ruined it for everybody. I mean, everybody. I mean, I'm talking about like, we had no issues, and then suddenly we have 16, 14, 13, 12-year-old kids riding Surons, obviously illegally, and doing wheelies, getting inspired by a certain person. And I'm not going to say who that person was, because clearly we all know who that person was. And I'm not saying that person is to blame with or to blame for. I mean, it's not their fault. You know, they got popular, and they got really explosive with popularity, and I'm happy for them. But let's just say that certain vehicles and certain YouTubers inspired people to do certain things. And now we have a bunch of teenagers that are riding these e-bikes recklessly and illegally, and that really sucks. That really sucks. And of course, with those problems, we have kids getting hurt. We have e-bikes getting more and more enforced with strict laws and regulations that I'm sure that, you know, Mr. Central Driver has talked about, and other YouTubers have talked about. And yeah, I'm one of those people that's affected by it. And by no any means this is what has stopped me from making videos. You know, besides all those really strict laws that we've been going through lately, it's really dangerous to ride bikes now. It's just extremely dangerous. People are lawless in LA. People do hit and runs all the time. People do not check for bikes. People do not check for e-bikes. People do not check for pedestrians. And it's great that I have this super quiet bike, because I'm not like polluting, you know, the area with this noise like motorcycles do. But also that's what people hear me with. They can hear me by revving my bike, and I can't rev my bike with this. So it's extremely dangerous to be lane splitting and doing all this stuff that, you know, usually that you do with these e-bikes. On top of the, you know, e-bikes regulations and people not having enough money to spend on anything, and just, you know, general chaos in politics, we have the fires that we had not that long ago. And it was extremely tough for me and people to remain calm and, you know, and be positive, because all of this was in flames not that long ago. I did a little post about how I was talking about making a video about, you know, seeing how things are with, you know, pretty much the fires, and donating the profits to, you know, the LA fire departments. But, you know, I decided against it because I just think it's in bad taste to go up there, and I just find it very cruel to profit off of that, even if it's for charity. So I decided against it, and I don't want to go up there and show you guys everything in ruins, and I don't want to show you the military, and I don't want to show you how they have areas blocked off to stop looters, and they have their assault rifles literally hanging from their belt. Like, I don't want to show you any of that, because it's fucked up. I don't want to make money off of that. That really sucks. So yeah, I'm just like, I'm not cool with that. So I can show you kind of the area, the entrance, and how things look, but I'm not gonna go there and just, yeah, show you, you know, destructive porn, you know, or misery porn, because that's not the move, you know, not in the Peter Parker show, at least. But we're gonna go down here real quick. It's pretty much the only entrance to get to kind of where the fire area happened. It rained, you know, several times in the past 2 months, so it washed away a lot of the shit that was, you know, the asbestos and all that shit that was kind of lingering in the air and in the, you know, everywhere, just lingering everywhere in this part of town. Even in the water, they told residents to not drink the water, like the tap water, because it might be contaminated with asbestos and heavy metals and all kinds of toxicity stuff. So yeah, it was pretty heavy. It was pretty intense. Luckily, I was out of town when most of the hard part was going down. That guy just go over a red light. Interesting. All right, let's go up here. while since I've been here. It's been a long time. It's calmer than ever. No traffic. Completely empty. Ghost town. A lot of American flags. And this is a lot of where it happened. Right up there. Some over here, as you can see. But again, oh, and right here, of course, right in front of me. But I'm not going to linger too long here because that's not what the video is about. Traffic at all.
Good to go, sir.
Thank you, boss. There's the military. There's more military. Person doing? Get off your phone. So, just talking about like how, you know, things have been in the e-bike industry, the really strict laws we've been having, the problems with people not having enough money to spend to buy bikes. I mean, I have lots of YouTuber friends that are still promoting bikes, new bikes coming in, but it's like, do we even have money to spend anymore on these bikes? Do we even have money to, you know, to go out there and do we even have the time to go out there and have fun without having to be stuck at our jobs, you know, to make a living wage? So times are really tough right now, and we're all feeling it. We're all really feeling it. You know, this guy has been with me since the era of 2020, and she's still going strong. I say as I rehook a blinker that was hanging, but you know, she's still doing great. I still love my Super 73. I still love the modifications I did. Luckily, no police has ever pulled me over being like, hey, that's illegal, here's a ticket, or I'm gonna impound that. I got really lucky that I live sort of in an area where cops are not really too worried about it yet. And yeah, man, it's tough. It's really tough. I mean, I don't know what to say. I wish that I had some good news, but it just looks like nothing is really changing anytime soon, unfortunately. So anyway, probably this is going to be a short video. It's really just me talking about, just venting about how things are. and why I haven't been posting enough and why I don't feel motivated to post anymore. I have a lot of things against me at the moment. You know, I would love to go out there and detox riding my bike, but I've had, you know, so many close calls riding this bike. Cars almost hitting me. Sometimes it's happened where sometimes I make a video and something happens when I turn off the camera. So it's been really rough. It's been really tough. I want to start riding again with the boys, Tom and Ali, and get into group rides again, even riding with Shower. Shout out to Shower Films. It's been a while. I miss all the gang. I miss the Super 73 gang. I know that things haven't been strong lately with you know, the community. I'm just saying basically that I'm doing my best to get back into it, be more positive, and do more videos about this stuff, because at the end of the day, I love riding my bike, and I wouldn't stop doing it just because I love it. It's still an incredible, you know, therapeutic way of getting around the city without having to have a driver's license and blowing off some steam. It's been a great bike. It's been really, you know, life-saving in many ways. So anyway, guys, I think pretty much that's going to be the end of the video. I know that I haven't been posted as much, but if you guys want to support the channel, you know, please leave a like, and it helps out a lot. And if you guys see any of the mods that I have, it does support the channel to go ahead and purchase those mods from my links down below. So hope to see you guys soon, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.